Good afternoon, folks. Today I'm going to talk about goal setting. And when I talk about goal setting, the issue that comes to my mind is setting up the framework of setting up goals. And when you're setting up goals, the three issues that you need to keep in mind is you set up an outline and set a timeline. You adjust your goals either daily, weekly, or monthly. And then you have to watch your behavior. And what I mean by behavior is your personality of the goals or what you want to achieve. In the first set or the first series, like I said, I want to talk about is setting an outline and set a timeline. In other words, most goals should either be done, long term goals are set up 3 to 5 years. Short term goals are anywhere from 1 to 2 years, 6 months, or whatever. And then there's daily goals, uh, weekly goals, monthly goals, etc. For myself, I try to set up weekly goals, monthly goals, and then I have an outline, business outline of or outline that I want to achieve. Also, with research, I also have an outline of areas I want to achieve. So the most part is that you want to achieve this through setting up an outline of what you want to achieve. And once this is done, then you follow those steps of the guidelines. Second point here is you adjust your goals daily, weekly, monthly. Say, for instance, you wanted to, you're like myself, I'm writing another book, and that you set a goal of how many words you want to write. My goal right now is try to write about 1,000 words a day, and set that goal. And then, like for instance, I've got a busy week with uh, moving things around. Tomorrow, Thursday, working this weekend. So you'll have to adjust these goals to fit your circumstances of, of, of status or individual things. For instance, I had to adjust a goal last night. I thought I was going to be finished for the day, but then I realized I had to set up an ORCID, which is a research and database that I had information on, but I was supposed to finish it 2 weeks ago, but I forgot to do that. So I had to go back and finish that information, put that information back on there because the fact of the matter is I'm almost finished with my PhD. So this is another tool that I can use, a social network tool that I could go out and reach out. Another thing, a friend of mine told me that my phone was not set up right about how it was set up on my one page. So I had to fix that as well last night. So these are little things that you have to make goals adjusting, and you'll have to allot yourself for those times to get those done. The third one I like to call is behavior. I consider myself more of a Carl Jug or a Jughead, Jughead, Carl Jug, and you're going to have setbacks. There's a really excellent video that I like. It's called Steve Harvey, and it's called Jump. And for those on here, it would be good to advise to watch it because it tells Steve Harvey, and I'm accrediting him on this, about how you jump and that you're going to have setbacks, you're going to have bruises. But the point that I think he makes, and the point I see this as well, is if you have, even you're going to have setbacks, it's always to be persistent on what you want to achieve. Granted, I have setbacks daily, sometimes weekly, and there's some things that just slowly will cut right through your bone or right through your soul about. And it's just the fact of being persistent about being able to follow up and follow through. And that's a big issue with a lot of people. And I think that it's a big issue when it comes to goals and goal settings, that people have to be persistent and follow up and follow through. And in the past, like 3 or 4 years ago, this seemed to be always a problem with me is following through on things. So the issue for me is to always to be able to follow through on your goals and goals decision. And the final thing when I talk about this behavior is staying focused. Staying focused, eye on the prize is a good cliche. about trying to be able to achieve your goals in a timely manner. I think what this does, if you stay focused, it helps you achieve and it helps you raise your self esteem and motivation. The goal here is to stay focused and to achieve your goals. And and so with that, I like to say the goal here, like I said, is to always to stay focused, make the adjustments, and follow through on your goals. With that said, let me conclude with the following: that you first set up an outline and set a timeline, whether that be a business or whatever, and set that timeline and watch that. The second issue is you adjust your goals daily, weekly, monthly, what you want to achieve and how you want to achieve. And finally is your personal behavior. And remember, there's going to be setbacks. You have to be persistent and you have to stay focused. I'd like to take this opportunity. Please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button below. Also, I've set up some online classes that I do. Please look on them. They're on Eventbrite and they're also on the Facebook social page as well. The cost on them are very nominal. They're only half-hour classes. They're very informative. You keep the material. There's some material that I've created, and you keep that material. I believe I have one on tomorrow, and then I also have one on a couple of Sundays. I believe October 3rd. I have two classes on the 3rd. With that, please hit the like button and have a great day and wish you well.